This Jay Muse.
This is Eddie McClintock from Warehouse 13.
Hey, this is Brian Holler.
This is Brett Dahl.
Hey, this is Eddie Trunk, and you're listening to Beer Bros and BS.
Beers Bros BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
Beer Bros and BS.
You should be listening to Beer Bros and BS every day, every minute for the rest of your lives.
Snooch to the nooch.
Welcome to episode 70 of Beer Bros and BS. I'm Dave the Big Librarian.
Jose.
JJ the Male Chef.
This is Dan.
And this is Tony.
So guys, kind of five of us. We haven't usually had five of us here.
Oh, yeah, it's been a while, right?
Usually the past few episodes have been four of us.
It's enough to form Voltron.
Yes.
But we're not complete right now.
That's true.
How many did it take to make Constructicon?
Yeah, Devastator needs
Devastator.
6.
Yeah.
You know, I'm that asshole thinking how many had to make Megazord in Power Rangers?
I have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
That is after my time.
Yeah. Damn.
I want to say it was 4 or 5.
I was gonna say 5 because it took the White Ranger.
Started in '94, but he was green then, and he turned white in '95.
One.
And then,
Like Michael
Was
Jackson.
that the same time as Michael Jackson?
Ow! So as always, this is Beer Bros BS, your home for craft beer, pop culture, and other BS. Before we get started, as always, Jose's going to go ahead and read off the beers that we have.
All right, I'm back.
Wait, he's here.
All right, so first one is Digital Dissolution by Cigar City and Bottle Logic. Another Damn Good Wee Heavy by JDubs. Founders kicks you where you most ever expect it.
I think that's the description.
that's a great.
That's not the name.
The name of the
Imperial
beer?
Mart Liquor and
Mart?
Bourbon
No,
Barrels.
DKMO, dude. That's the name of that one.
Heavy Seas Blackbeard's Breakfast. And Tuxedo Ghost Child by Lincoln's Beard.
It's an interesting name.
Here you go, Jose. That's the first one. So who brought the first beer?
That one is on behalf of me. And
On behalf. Okay. What does that mean?
so, yes, it's been donated to my to me
To your broke
to talk
ass.
about. Yes, it's from Cigar City in collaboration with Bottle Logic. This is going to be a beer called Digital Dissolution. It is an imperial stout with egg fruit. And what is egg fruit? You say?
Egg fruit is hatched, right?
I don't
Comes
know.
from chicken.
But no, it's a
Which came
British
first?
style imperial stout brewed with canistil.
Oh, so English chicken.
It's canistil is colloquially called egg fruit.
Yeah, I can taste the cock.
You know what cock tastes like?
Episode 69. I know you're trying to make up for it, Jose.
Earlier episode, the cock ale.
No.
There's what's a old speckled hen? Is that what you're talking
Yes. Oh, yeah.
about? Or I
I
guess that
remember
wouldn't
that
be a
one.
cock, would it?
So I don't know what the fuck egg fruit is besides what it describes it as is canistil or something. But yeah, it's pretty decent. I guess egg fruit would be considered like a dark fruit, like a plum or something. But I don't really know.
Beats me. I can't say I've ever had an egg fruit.
I guess I get that dark fruit.
I was
vibe,
gonna say
though.
it tastes like plum.
I get that dark fruit like plum date.
There's like a sort of like custardiness to it. Like I think that's
So like egg custard.
maybe, yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. I definitely get the
Well, there's lots of flavors scrambled together.
Jose always
This
keeping
drink,
that sunny side up.
this beer is very.
Apparently, the Pillsbury Doughboy has made an appearance on the show.
You could enjoy it over easy.
Oh.
That was a little too hard.
That was a shell of a good joke.
Hey, we got to keep it positive. Sunny side up.
I said that one.
Yeah, you
Fuck
said
you.
that one, yeah.
No, fuck you.
Hey.
I already fertilized this one, man.
Don't crack them too hard.
Hey, I'm hard
I thought
boiled.
you were just going to sit on this one.
Very nice. So
I would have said you're already
Let's
peeled.
move along, please.
Something with poached.
I would have said you're already peeled.
How hard is it to poach a goddamn egg?
that was a decent yolk, bro.
You're going to eat so many spider webs.
So
How
it's
long
all,
did it take to get to the yolk pun? Like way too long.
Yeah, right? That should have been one of the first
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Tubby custard.
This joke is a little runny.
So yeah, egg fruit, guys.
I still don't know what it is.
Look it up.
It's
Listeners,
something called
tweet us.
Canistil.
Please tweet at us pictures of your egg fruit.
Get a little bit closer. Yeah.
Of your egg fruit.
Perfect.
Are you asking for pictures of balls?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what I'm
Listeners,
looking for,
tell us
actually.
what you think what an egg fruit should look like and taste like.
Don't just tweet us the eggplant emoji, please.
So let me ask you guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you rather never eat chocolate for the rest of your life or eat 1 6-pound tub of Nutella every week?
Like on top of the one I already eat? Dude. Yeah, no, I could fuck with some 6 pounds of Nutella, but does that mean in one sitting, or I could spread the 6 pounds
Throughout
around?
a week, yeah. You can
I'll
spread
do
it out.
that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll do that because I have now a mild chocolate allergy.
And also, Nutella gives you good protein.
Does it?
Does it? Almonds.
So does my egg fruit, buddy.
So let me ask you: if you give up chocolate, does that mean you have to give up all beers that have chocolate?
Oh,
no more chocolate rain.
Some stays dry. While
That's
others
about-
feel the pain.
What was this about? R. Kelly? Chocolate Rain?
It's not R. Kelly, dude. That's
No, it's
fucking Tay Zonde.
No, I know, but, because it's black eye peeing on people.
Ah,
Okay.
I see what you did
The
there.
views of Dan do not express that of Beer Rose and BS
did
or
you
its
say
affiliates.
Titty Zondi?
Tays on day.
Yes.
Tosh.0.
Yeah, it's,
I remember that. That
it was like one of the first viral YouTube.
Yeah,
videos.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is he
Okay.
Tay-Z now?
Chocolate rain.
No, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Tosh
okay.
brought him on his show and all that.
Holy crap! Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you guys.
And it was covered by Coheed and Cambria. Actually.
No, it was not.
Chocolate Rain, yes.
Wow.
I have the MP3. I can send it to you.
Would you rather live in the house of your dreams, but it doesn't have internet access, or your current home for the rest of your life?
Current home.
Home of my dreams. So I would have the coolest pool, and
You could not play any video games online, though.
that's okay.
Is that okay for you?
I'll be all right.
Because you say that, but
No,
I don't
no.
believe it.
No, but don't like systems have to be connected nowadays?
No, not really. Not all of them.
To get the updates, yeah.
Well, to do the updates. Ooh, I would be in trouble then.
Yeah.
Oh, but I want like a really cool pool and outdoor barbecue and swim up bar.
Let me ask you
But
this.
that doesn't mean that you can't go to anywhere else. You would just have to make like a little
Yeah, I could-
mobile thing.
Yeah, I
that,
could take my Xbox to your house and do the updates.
or
If
you
I-
have a trailer with
Well, I guess you
like
could do that.
wireless, and you take it outside.
or what
and
if
do a
the
party.
home of your dreams is somewhere very remote and you can't easily travel to somewhere else, but it's like the dopest place ever?
Yeah.
All right, I have another question.
I would have like
Do I still have internet on my phone if I choose the house with no
Nope.
internet? Oh.
You don't
You
have a
walk
cell
in.
phone.
No, you have your cell phone. You get text messages, phone calls, but when you go in, it's like a dead zone everywhere you go. Fuck, no signal.
But you're like in the middle of Hawaii or some shit.
Or wherever you're.
Wherever your like dream
But
location.
you can't download the podcast.
Yeah.
Or stream it.
as far as in the games, I would have like a giant arcade with like all my favorite games of all time and just get
Oh,
them all
arcade
ROMed
box?
on there. Exactly.
But you have to get it from somewhere else, though. I'm going to take it to your house. And hope that ROM system didn't go down.
That's okay. I'll take my chances. Buy old arcade machines and air hockey tables and foosball. Air hockey.
And you come out and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, but then you need people to go there to play with.
Dude, if I had a dope house, you guys would come over. I would have.
I don't know. To know that every time I go to your house, it'd be a dead zone.
You're like, I like internet, dude. I don't know.
No, but we would have.
I think I would go for it. I would try to live without internet in.
I think you would hate it. You would find out like, fuck, I can't believe I missed that shit. And then you'd be a fiend for it wherever else you went.
Do I still
Yeah,
have
but you
local
could still
network,
like
though?
when you leave your house.
Yeah, when you
fucking
leave your
connect,
house.
right?
Yeah.
And
But not just like you walk out the front
maybe
door.
you get used to
like if you have a huge property, it's when you have to go all the way out, drive out through your property to the end of your
That's fine.
borders.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you get slow ass Wi-Fi from like a fucking laundromat or something.
That's fine. Dude, if you could have anything.
3G connection.
Yeah, dude, if you could have anything in a dream house.
Anything.
Yeah.
Does it come with its own helicopter and helipad?
Does it come with
Is the
some
house-
hella hose?
Hellos. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you
It's
guys.
got hello Wi-Fi.
A tiny genie appears and offers you a small wish.
In your
Would you
pants.
rather have $50,000, the body of a fitness model, or 15 extra IQ points?
Body
Wait, so
of a fitness model.
so it's 3 options?
Yeah.
Okay.
Body of a fitness model.
yeah.
Drink all the stouts I want. Won't get fat.
Yeah,
It's only 50 grand.
Yeah.
I'll take the 50 grand.
I'll take the body.
I'll take the body.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's, you know.
Would
I'm
you-
already sexy.
Would you rather have your significant other look through all of your text, chat, emails, history, or your employer?
Or what?
Or your employer.
Oh, no, my employer could do it. I don't care.
All of your texts and...
That's not as bad as
My wife.
significant
No,
other.
definitely my wife.
Really, you're like, I can't believe I did have this fucking
I'd
easy
rather
job.
have
I
my
ain't gonna
wife
do
go
shit
through
today.
all my internet
Oh, I already
history.
tell my
She
coworkers
already
that the
knows
job
anyways.
is bullshit.
No, not your coworkers, your employer, bosses.
My direct supervisor knows that I think my job is bullshit, but my boss's boss, nah, they probably shouldn't know that.
Somebody at that level, not like your direct supervisor.
Yeah, it still wouldn't be as bad as my significant other seeing even like last week's internet history.
I hope
I
she
have nothing
doesn't
to
start
add, so.
listening.
She
to this
definitely doesn't
episode.
listen to this, but if she does, I'll just show her a bunch of videos of like RedTube.
Cats.
Cats.
Nah, mostly Red.
They don't coincide. They
Mostly
do not coincide.
alt-right websites and RedTube. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding about half of that. Which half?
RedTube. Because that's
knows you go to Newport.
because RedTube is too left for him.
He's a righty.
Switch hitter.
I go to Blue Tube
Is that
because I'm a liberal.
Wait, is that for real?
No.
Oh, it probably is.
It probably exists.
It probably is.
Somebody already thought about that.
It probably is.
Come on, comrade. Okay. Would you rather sleep whenever you want or wake up whenever you want?
Wake up whenever you want.
Kind of can do both.
You can sleep whenever you want, Dan.
I can sleep pretty much whenever I want.
No,
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
pretty
me
much. Whenever you want. You're tired right now, just take a nap right now and you'll be fine.
I can, yeah.
I already can.
I think that
I dare you to fall asleep right now.
He's
I
already
implore
had.
you to do
Remember?
that. And he starts smiling because he knows that some fucked up shit will happen to him.
Is Reyes
He
on the
knows
show, or what's going on here?
No, but I see what you did there. That was pretty good. For the listener that may have heard last week's episode, you may recall this callback joke.
it's a running gag, you guys.
All right.
Our comedy is very well,
Well, I think our
planned out.
listeners are sleeping on it.
They might gag.
I would go with falling asleep whenever you wanted to. That way, when you're on a plane, just knock out. Wake up when you're there.
How's that again, Tony?
It sounded like a horse.
You rode your horse aboard.
That's not the sound you guys make when you fall asleep.
Oh, Tony's asleep now.
No, I can tell you for sure, and you know damn well that's not the sound that Dan makes when he sleeps.
Dan,
His sound is more like,
No, but then I stop breathing and like I die for a minute.
Yeah, he's like,
And,
I'm not gonna lie, that it's absolutely true.
I die for like a minute and then I come back.
We've gone on
And I'm
more
like,
than we've gone on more than a few cruises
Yeah.
where he snores pretty bad, and then he just stops breathing, and it's like,
I
should
stop breathing for like a minute and
Should
then
I
like
kick him?
gasping.
And then
like,
you hear,
I die and come back to life at least 3 times a night.
and it's like,
me back.
Wake me up inside.
I would say Dan snoring is like a Harley Davidson motorcycle that is being rolled over by a lawnmower.
something like that. Yeah,
I thought you were going to say someone butt fucking the tailpipe of a Harley Davidson.
no. Why would you?
That's when
muffle
Dan's
the sound?
awake. Oh,
Oh.
Hey now. Okay.
So let me ask you guys:
What happens at Sturgis stays at Sturgis.
Would you
We'll go hog wild, baby.
would you rather be famous for something you didn't do, or be famous for something you are not proud of?
That sounds kind of like the same thing.
No, you can be famous for something you didn't do, or just be famous for something you're not proud of. You
Dan,
can think
you
like,
wrote such a great book. Wow, you're an amazing writer.
yeah, I do the thing.
I
didn't
will
do.
probably
I'll just
write
be
a book
like,
at some
well,
point.
Whatever.
No,
I'll
but
take
like you
advantage
didn't
of the
write
fame.
a book, but you're still famous for it.
Crosstalk. Stop. What?
That I would be famous for something I didn't do, but I could live with the false fame. Just be like, all right.
I mean, there's a ton of people that ghostwrite anyway, so going back to the books.
That's true.
I would gladly be famous for something I'm not proud of because I don't really give a shit what people think.
But
if
you're
they
not
think-
proud of it, though.
I don't care.
Okay, sheep fucker.
If I'm the best fucker of sheep in the world, and
No one else knows. You're the only confirmed one that's admitted to sheep fucking.
okay,
You'd be on Howard Stern.
but if I'm making
Next,
money,
we have sheep fucker Converse.
hey, if I'm making money and also busting a nut,
And
I don't know. That sounds bad.
You'd go everywhere with like wool clothes.
Because wool comes from sheep.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
You're just a blend right in.
oh man,
Until
Okay.
it dried up.
All right, so let me ask you guys: would you rather go through the way that Iron Man was born, or how Doctor Strange was born?
you might want to describe those for the listener that may not be aware.
Good call. So if you haven't watched the film Iron Man, go watch that, and then if you haven't seen Doctor Strange, go watch that and keep listening.
Pause us for like
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
For each film, what are you talking about? If you haven't, if you don't know who those people are,
It was like, that's your homework assignment.
No, like how they
How they
came to
came-
the process of becoming
who they were.
Oh,
power.
okay.
So I don't remember Doctor Strange's
He got
birth.
into a car accident.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
his hand.
Yeah,
yes,
to have like
yes.
a bunch
Okay.
of surgeries.
That's right. That's right. I do
Lots
remember
of
him
pain.
having
the
that.
irony that he was the best
The
surgeon.
best.
Yeah. I remember him having the out of body experience in the hospital. Okay. And remind me again, what was Iron Man's start?
Bomb went off during a war.
Yes.
Left shrapnel in his heart.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
he
That's
was
right. That's
killed
why he
by
has
his
the
own
arc
weapons.
reactor. Okay. And it was his own weapon, or his dad's weapon, right?
Well, his, yeah.
Yeah,
It's his.
I'd rather have Iron Man because at least he could save himself. Meanwhile, Doctor Strange was useless. Like he couldn't save himself.
Yeah, he could.
No, because Doctor Strange had
His
fucked up hands.
hands.
So he was
Well,
a
he did.
surgeon.
He still does.
Dan, have you seen
Destructive.
Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I saw it.
Okay, I don't. Just
Yeah.
making sure.
I did.
Because it'd be funny. You were like, no, I
That
actually haven't
is
seen
easily one of the best 3D IMAX films ever, in my opinion.
Inception was pretty dope.
I think it was better.
Avatar.
Yeah, Doctor Strange, like, it seemed to take a lot of inspiration from Inception with, like, the
The
world
building
folding on
is,
itself.
like, folding,
and all,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like-
Anyway,
it. And
Anyways, let's answer the question, though.
yeah.
oh, yeah.
So, dude, I would say I would go with Doctor Strange's method just because if I hurt my hands, it's not as bad as hurting my heart.
and then plus I would want his awesome powers. I want to travel through the cosmos.
Yeah, I would take the Doctor Strange because, like, he fucks up his hands, but then he, like, gets magic, and then he can do whatever he wants with it. So, his hands are fine.
But you wouldn't be a
basically.
billionaire, philanthropist,
Playboy,
fucking, superhero.
You know, that is also a good point. All right, you talked me into it, Iron Man.
He
I
does
think-
get to bone Gwyneth Paltrow and several others.
I would say that would not be my choice.
No.
And you guys, I'm not going to say my response because that's you're well aware which one I would choose. But
Well, I know you and Pepper Potts,
so
hey, you saw Spider-Man, right? Spoiler alert. Yeah, she has
Yeah.
a cameo.
yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, that was in the press.
It was actually in one
It
of the
was.
trailers. Yeah.
yeah.
I stopped watching trailers. They're giving away too much.
It doesn't
Old man
ruin
comment.
anything. Don't worry.
I don't watch trailers.
Dude,
it gives away too
No,
much.
I watched the first one. That's it.
Now I
Don't
know
worry
there-
about it. It didn't ruin anything.
Now I know
JJ, you
that
can't
Iron
even
Man's
watch
and
the trailers.
Spider-Man.
You don't even have internet at your house.
Dr. Dickhole.
And our final question
callback.
of the night. Would you rather sit on a cold toilet seat for the rest of your life, anytime you have to sit on one,
I mean, I would prefer that.
or a suspiciously warm one?
Dude, a cold one.
Cold.
Oh, okay. So you're going to. I know sometimes you go to Colorado
Yeah,
in the winter to go skiing.
absolutely. I prefer a cold one.
All cold ones in the winter.
Yes.
Not comfortable.
I would rather not go on a warm toilet.
Suspiciously warm toilet.
That's even worse. Because then I have to wipe my butt cheeks, not just my butthole.
Tony.
I'd go with the cold one. I don't like hot things.
You know what I mean.
JJ.
I live in Miami.
I hate agreeing with everybody, but yeah, I
You
like,
hate agreeing with everybody.
I like. I'll take the cold.
Yeah, I live in Miami, so having a cold one every now and then is...
Cold one with the boys. Hey.
See, it's unanimous. We all want to have a cold one.
It's actually would be useful.
I would take a
even
warm
if you
one.
didn't have to take a shit. If you like came in and it was, from it being really hot outside, you could just go sit on your cold toilet seat. And
I'll take
cool
the
off.
warm one.
At least your ass will cool off. You'll take the warm one.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think it'd be more comfortable.
And Dave's already got a hot ass, so.
I bring the heat.
It is kind of sexy, right? You like knowing that there was another ass so suspiciously there.
Ass toilets.
So that brings us to our second beer of the
Shit,
night.
you just went
Ass to
Requiem for a
ass.
Dream.
I remember that shit.
Assumption.
So what's the second beer? Who brought this one?
I did. I brought this beer
Yay.
as a contribution from my wife
Very
that
proud
went
of
up to Sarasota and got me this beer. It's another damn good wee heavy that we have on the show. Yes, we meant to spell it that way, by the way.
What way?
Spell it what way?
What way?
Damn.
Who's it from again?
DAM.
So why is damn spelled DAMB on this label? That doesn't
Because
look right.
You can't have foul language on a label.
Well, that's
Public
fucking
label.
horse shit.
It is horseshit. This
You
here
tell 'em,
we
Tony.
Heavy was brewed with tender loving care by your friends at JDub's Brewing Company. We like making it and our friends like drinking it. So cheers to you, good buddy. Thanks for buying this here damn good wheat heavy.
What do you guys think of the beer?
It's damn good.
Get some lots of malt notes.
Yeah, it's wee heavy. It's malty. It's kind of caramel.
It's
A
lighter
little
than I
like
think.
Yeah, it's lighter
like
than-
toffee-ish.
Because I was expecting something more like the
Something heavy.
Wee heavy.
we heavy like the
The what?
Oscar Blues Scottish Ale.
Oh.
Old Chubs. I
Old
was
Chub.
expecting
Yeah.
something more like that.
It's not quite as
It doesn't
chubby
bite
as Old
you.
Chub.
As much.
Well, dude, this has a toffee, almost butterscotch kind of like tone, and on my palate anyway. I don't know. What do you guys think of it?
I get dark fruity on this one, too.
You love the dark fruits.
Right.
It's all about
The egg
this
fruit.
episode is all about dark fruits.
That egg fruit really dominated my palate.
So normally I don't go first with the topics, but I got two topics tonight. One is a pretty quick one.
Okay.
One's a little bit longer. They're both pretty funny.
One's quick, one's long. Yay.
I know.
Quick and long.
So the first one
That was pretty quick. Yeah.
is a so in Sweden. Shout out to our boy Hugo from the show. There's a Swedish train to be named. Have you guys heard this? No.
Is it Trainy
No.
McTrainface?
Trainy McTrainface.
Yes.
Yes!
In tribute to Bodhi.
Yes.
Out of Stockholm, a Swedish rail operator has vowed to name one of his trains Trainy McTrainface after a public vote saying it would bring joy to people disappointed when Britain rejected the name Bodhi McBoatface for a polar research ship following a similar poll.
That's tremendous.
So
Yes.
Trainy McTrainface will live
I
on
need
instead
to
of
go to
Bodhi
Sweden and
McBoatface.
go on Trainy McTrainface.
We should get on Trainy McTrainface and do a bunch of rails. but
I think-
party
I think-
hard. But really, I mean, that's pretty awesome.
I think Thomas the engine has something to say about this.
So the train will run between Swedish capital Stockholm and Gothenburg, the country's second biggest city.
I would
And-
go there and do a tour of just a bunch of death metal shows.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with Dan. Plus, it's a beautiful country.
When it's not under snow.
Right.
Which is one?
Like 1 week of August.
Wow.
No, but anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Hugo, I know you're probably listening to us. Please write into the show. Let us know.
I have a joke about Sweden. Why do the ships in the Swedish Navy have barcodes on them?
Oh, so
Why?
you can scan them in.
Not quite.
Damn it, Jose, you
Not
fucked
quite.
it up. It's so you can Scandinavian.
Hey, that was pretty good. It would have been better if the delivery was better, though.
Yes.
So this comes. So my actual story
Ship came
today,
in late.
tonight, comes from Turkey, the country, not the food. And a man organizing an anti-drug march turns out to be a drug dealer.
Awesome. Is there a better way to get the cops off your back?
Yeah, so he went undercover. It was like
That seems like wasn't that like the theme of one of the Substitute movies?
Substitute. What do you mean?
You never saw those movies? There was one that was like filmed here in Miami.
I don't recall the Substitute movies.
It was like the Substitute. It was like a undercover agent or something like that, and he goes undercover to be a substitute teacher to bring down a drug ring.
I don't know.
Holy shit! And it stars what's his name as the principal?
Oh, that guy.
Oh, the guy from Ernie Hudson.
Oh. Really?
And they filmed it at Miami Senior High.
No.
You guys have never seen the Substitute?
That's the Black Ghostbuster, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
And
really?
the warden from Oz.
Yeah. You know what? I never watched
he
Oz.
was in The Crow.
Yep. Also on Comic Book Man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Ernie Hudson of Comic Book Men fame.
For one episode.
From that one episode.
But yeah, guys, you haven't watched The Substitute and you guys live here in Miami, watch it. They fucking filmed it at Miami High.
I gotta check that out.
No way. Didn't know that.
Was it like 80s or
I would say
early 90s?
Early 90s.
Okay.
Oh, so it's more like that era when they had like Dangerous Minds and
A little bit
Lean
after
on Me.
that. Yeah, kind of. A little bit after
Lean
that.
on Me might have been before Dangerous Minds.
I think, yeah, Lean on Me
yeah.
was 80.
Yeah. But, oh, wow. Okay. Cool.
So a Turkish man organizing an anti-drug march turns out to be a drug dealer in Konya, which is
The female version of Konyo.
an area in the central Anatolian province. Man was caught by the police in a raid after his house after receiving a notice about drug trafficking in the area in his neighborhood, where they seized 540 grams of cannabis.
Is that a lot?
I don't know. We're American.
I don't know. What is 540 grams in pounds?
Well, I know kilograms are 2.2. You multiply 2.2.
Okay.
So I don't know. So
Yeah, so half of
regardless,
that would be like a pound of whatever drug you said.
evidently on July 18th, Turkish security forces seized more than 1.1 tons of marijuana in drug raids across the country. And
yeah,
so
it's 1.2 pounds.
So evidently, I guess whenever they seized that,
That's not that much.
that might actually been a misprint because below it says in the article, it says it was 570 kilograms.
Oh, that's a lot more.
That's not weird.
I was going to say, if it's like a pound, it's not that much.
So I think there was a misprint from grams to kilograms.
Okay. Because, yeah, that's a huge fucking difference then. Okay. 1
That would be-
pound
that'd
is
be
not enough to be like that bad.
Yeah,
We brought down the most notorious drug dealer in
Yeah,
Turkey
yeah.
with his 1 pound of pot.
I have a nickel. I quit.
Looks like it was about a good 1,000 pounds.
Cognon.
So it makes sense though.
Bro.
And I'll bring us to our next beer whenever these guys stop babysitting. Looking at you three.
Well, fuck you. That's this one that you brought, right?
Sure.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about it, big librarian?
So I got this beer in a while ago in Grand Rapids at Founders Brewing. We did a tour there. This is, when I pass the bottle, Founders DKML. Don't worry, Tony, I got all the information here.
Ticamo.
It's a
Take 'em all.
whopping 14.2%. It's an imperial malt liquor aged in bourbon barrels.
Lacra. You have to say malt lacra.
Lacquer.
I have to
Malt
say,
lacquer.
I don't believe I've ever had an imperial malt liquor aged in bourbon barrels before.
Isn't every beer a malt liquor?
I don't think so.
No.
I think they put corn in this too, and
What?
it has an interesting.
What makes it different?
Liquor technically is the word for the water that you add to the grains, but it could also mean like when after alcoholic beverage after you distill it.
Okay.
So this, I don't know if this was distilled at one point.
I don't know. I didn't ask. I just went to the shelves and grabbed it.
It is pretty
And it was
delicious.
delicious.
I pointed it out to my brother, and
This is
Dan's
delicious.
already finished his. What'd you think of it, Dan?
No, you know what? I was actually finishing the one before. But
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. No, this is really,
Really
good.
What was
Smooth.
the ABV?
Yeah, this is
14.2.
14 and a half.
14.2.
No, 14.
This really sweet, smooth. Like I like it.
Yeah, this is.
It's like all bourbon.
It hides that 14.2
Yeah,
very
it's the
well.
best bourbon I've ever had.
Yeah,
This tastes like half as strong as it is.
Oh, and that reminds me, you appreciate them most. I also bought a bottle of bourbon bourbon from New Holland, who makes Dragon.
Oh yes.
Who makes Dragon's
Yes,
Milk?
I know.
It's the whiskey that they age their beer in.
Oh shit! Okay.
And I have Beer Barrel, and I also got from another brewery, distillery brewery called Sanctuary Brewing that used to be an old church where my grandmother used to live in this fucking small town called Grand Ledge, and it is called Maple. It's not whiskey, but the bartender said its closest flavor profile would be whiskey, but it's just maple.
What?
That's been like distilled into.
No,
I am excited.
Into
so is
liquor.
it thick like a syrup, or how is it?
No, it looks like whiskey,
So it's pretty much whiskey then.
but it's not whiskey because there's
It
no.
doesn't have corn or
There's no
yeah,
rye or
no rye.
Ooh, so it's gonna be sweet as fuck. Then.
There's we might find out if we can do enough. If we can find enough other distilleries / breweries to. We might do a liquor episode.
Interesting.
I have an idea for something. I'll tell you after the show because I don't want to promote them.
Because I know New Holland also they make a few gins and.
I know Rogue has their own spirits.
Yeah, and I think Stone does some
Doesn't
other.
Dogfish do spirits now too?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to sell us any
Who
of
else?
these to the show, we will
Cycle-
review them online.
Well, Cycle did the.
I think Ballast Point does as well.
I was gonna say Ballast Point.
So you guys need to get
There's a lot.
some liquor ideas for a new show.
Wait, doesn't Wakefield do the?
They do syrup.
They just
They
do
do
syrup,
syrup,
and they
but-
still have it. I saw.
Yeah, they
few
still
days
have
ago.
a few bottles. I went there yesterday.
Shout out to G Money for chugging a bottle of syrup.
That was crazy.
Shout out to Reyes for being here. So yeah, this beer's pretty good.
Is it a beer?
It's a malt liquor.
I mean, it's closer to a
Barrel
beer than a liquor, though.
Wait, is it malt liquor what they were drinking at? What's this movie called?
Yeah, that one.
Well,
What-
Billy D. Williams likes it.
What was the one?
Colt 45.
45. That's right.
Don't be a menace.
They were
Yep.
probably drinking 40s of malt liquor.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure on Friday they were doing the same thing also.
so
That's
it's
racist,
Probably
man.
it's
It's a little
almost
racist.
the same thing. Like, don't be a menace.
I don't think they were
Except
drinking this.
it's
I don't think they were drinking 14.2% barrel aged malt liquor.
Oh,
They
but
were
that would
drinking
be
the shit
hardcore.
that's $2 at the corner store.
Old
you know?
English.
No,
Yep.
but usually malt liquor is like a higher ABV.
It is, yeah. OE was like 7.5, I
It's
think.
more than that. I think it's like 10.
OE was strong.
Regardless, I don't think it was barrel aged.
Mickey's was like 8.5 or 9, yeah. I remember when UFC was sponsored by Mickey's, and now they're sponsored by fucking Bud Light. How crazy is that?
No, UFC is a lot more popular.
No,
now.
I know, but dude, just saying, like they came a long way, man.
Yeah, Mickey's will make you want to fight someone, but like, if you have like the whole 12 pack.
It's cool they have Conor McGregor. You
Yeah.
fucking bastard.
And if he wins everything,
He's
gonna
not-
Be
he's
sponsored
He's
by-
already won.
Dude,
He's
he-
quadrupled his net worth.
No,
he's
exactly.
already he's
Oh, no.
getting paid
I
no
don't
matter
mean
what.
The, I
no
don't mean
matter
the
what.
boxing match. I mean like what he said. Like he's
He's-
already getting money.
He's
Like
already think about
Yeah.
anything that you could quadruple
And
the
Floyd
Think
worth.
of all the
making
fucking
3 times as
shiny
much as
suits I
him.
can buy. You
Floyd is
fucking
making
then say
at
fuck
least-
you all over it.
Floyd is making at least twice as much as Connor for this fight.
Well, yeah, because he's
And-
the undefeated fucking
No, and
champ.
I'm just saying, even without the fight happening, all the press, all the promotion, Floyd's already going to make twice as much as Connor,
Well,
at least.
of course, because I'm sure they're fighting
He's
under
the one
his
promoting it.
Yeah, under his
Well,
promotion
yeah,
company.
Yeah, but I mean, Dana White and Zuffa and those guys from UFC are putting Connor behind there and putting money into it too. So
Yeah, but that's not the
but it is a boxing match in the end. Yeah,
The promotion company, it's going under Showtime,
it is.
which is Mayweather's
It
company.
is. It is.
He fights under a Showtime.
Yeah, no, I
whereas
get you.
the different companies,
it's not a
promotions like
UFC
Golden Boy
show.
always
It's a
does HBO.
boxing show. Yeah.
And it goes under their promotion, so they're
Yeah.
getting all that back end.
But actually, I heard a rumor that Dana White will be stepping away from Zuffa and from the UFC and starting Zuffa boxing. Because the UFC did sell.
but he had a boxing. Yeah, he sold it, but
and
he
he
also
had a boxing
gym.
background since
Yeah,
like the
originally.
early mid '90s from like Boston and Connecticut area.
And if I'm correct, he left because of Whitey Bulger.
You might not be wrong.
Because his guys came to shake him down. Whitey Bulger, as in, you guys ever saw
Black Mass, right? Was
Black
that
Mass?
the movie? Yeah.
They based the same character off of the guy, Jack Nicholson in The Departed.
Yeah.
The guy who was caught, a couple years ago after being on the run for 15 years.
Yeah, they caught him when he was like an old man, but he was still a fucking crazy dude.
You pay us or else. That's the kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and so he sold his boxing gym and moved to Vegas. And the rest is history.
But like they took UFC from nothing, blew it up, made billions of dollars, and then sold that shit. And so now he's going to move on. And hey, man, I was hearing some rumors that he's going to move on into promoting boxing again.
JJ, got a topic?
Yep.
Okay, Jose.
So
I'm just kidding, JJ.
All right, thanks, Sid. All right. Well, if I could be serious for a moment.
Okay, Lance Storm.
Yep. Thank you. But for real though, obviously sad news today in the world of music.
Just remember, we don't know when I'm going to upload this, so keep that in mind.
No, I know, but I'm saying.
Well, this was July 20th.
Like
Whenever you hear it, it'll be a few days later.
Yeah, it'll be a couple days later.
Unless I upload it tomorrow morning, but who knows? It could be tomorrow.
Reaction
it could be 2
to
weeks.
the news of earlier on July 20th.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that unfortunately Chester Bennington from Linkin Park is no longer with us. So don't want to dwell on that. Everyone knows what happened with that. It really fucking sucks. But it made me think because everyone's talking about like, oh, I haven't heard Linkin Park in a long time, or it reminds me of back in the day, in high school. So I was thinking about it. I was like, man, there's so many bands that and albums that I listened to religiously during high school, way back then. So 99, 98, whatever. So I was gonna ask you guys like, what since Hybrid Theory was a big part, since we're all roughly about the same age, more or less. But I was gonna say, just in general, like high school time, what were you looking at, or what were you listening to? Like, what was your favorite albums or artists that, or it doesn't have to be a particular song, but or an artist, but that was a big influence on you. How about you, Jose?
No, I remember my friend got me first into Metallica, and then I went on to like explore their music. Like I progressed a little bit through the ages, and then I was like, oh, like Slipknot. I remember Slipknot being like really new, like when I was in high school, and like everybody was like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Like, so I guess Slipknot was pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
I think that first album was in what 2000.
99? 98.
Yeah, 98 and Disturbed. Disturbed was coming up, like The Sickness.
Definitely.
You said Metallica was the first one. What was the first album you heard from them?
No, I don't know. It was
Or
all
first
on
song.
Napster.
Oh, hey! Nice, well played.
So let me ask you. You want to know like what album was big to us in high school?
Yeah,
kind of a thing.
Yeah, regardless of our age difference.
Okay, so I had always music in my life. Music is huge in my life. I listen to everything. But at that point, I was in a performing arts high school. So there were two things that were big for me. Trombone and I guess you'd say hip-hop.
I already know what you're going to say.
So for me, I listened to a lot of jazz. Wyclef Gordon, Wynton Marsalis. Got to meet both of those guys religiously. And because their fucking albums are always produced so finely, so audio, the audio on it is fantastic. The second one, I would probably say would be Dr. Dre 2001.
Chronic 2001. I knew you were going to say that.
Just 2000, because the sound on that, if you have a correct sound system tuned properly, it sounds fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm. And it's the only album from Dr. Dre that they have available on Spotify.
Is that true? Really?
Yeah, they don't have the Chronic.
Wow. Oh.
It's a good choice. I had forgotten about Dre.
Yeah. But nowadays, everybody want to talk. Like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move the lips. Just a bunch of gibberish. And motherfuckers they forgot about Dre.
Which is funny because that's also Dan and I's karaoke song together, where he does Eminem and I do Dr. Dre. But that album, when I heard it, it was for me the way he produced the songs, which is also kind of some of the things I was into at the time. Which
he sampled a lot of jazz.
Well, he sampled a lot of things. It was the only album that I had seen at that time that not only had the regular explicit album and the clean version, but he also released a third version of just the instrumentals.
The instrumental, that's right. I remember.
I had never seen any album that could sell, let alone go platinum, of just the music without the lyrics. I can't think of any other album,
That's sick. Yeah.
any other artist that would even just put out, this is just everything minus the words. This is how much it's going to sell and how much Interscope, who fucking...
Well, it
You know,
also
how-
brings
how-
up like, oh, you want a sample on my samples? Like,
Oh, well, he knows he's going to get paid. That's the thing.
yeah, exactly.
He would
So-
say,
but like, I'm pretty sure a lot of like people are like, oh, at that time, like, oh, taking his like,
Dude,
the instrumental ones. And,
every underground rapper in the early 2000s ripped off beats from that album.
Well, Kanye West himself has said that some of the songs that he produced for Dr. Dre were like the drum patterns were exact rip-offs, bites, that he bited Dr. Dre so bad on his drum patterns when he started producing some of the biggest hits for Jay-Z. By the way, have you guys seen, I know this would be Reyes' topic, have you guys seen the Defiant Ones documentary on HBO?
No,
Not yet.
I saw the clip of them discovering Eminem.
Okay,
And
so
that
I gotta
was
see
sick.
that.
That was
if you guys
sick.
haven't seen it, it's a documentary told in 2 parts.
It just started, right?
It's already
a
done.
couple weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all done. It's only 4 episodes. I think the first couple hours are an hour long. The last couple are like an hour and a half, and it tells the story of Jimmy Iovine starting up Interscope, and at the same time that was happening, Dr. Dre coming up, and how they collaborated together to eventually buy beats. I mean, to sell beats to Apple and whatnot. But I never knew that he worked with Tom Petty and U2 and what's her name?
Iovine, yeah.
I never knew he did all.
Well, it's like Rick Rubin. I mean, he fucked with everybody from
Well, I
Jay-Z to Slayer.
he ended up convincing whatever label Nine Inch Nails was on to release them.
They were on.
And what's his name? The front man.
Trent Reznor.
Yeah, for him, and like, we got to sign this other guy, this new guy.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name? Like Marilyn Manson.
Yes.
So at the same, and they're telling the story at the exact same time that people are like, he's the devil. That's devil's music. At the same time, you have all the other half of America, like, listening to Tupac, like, he's destroying America. And it's like the same story. One's told on the East Coast, one's told on the West Coast, and it's at the same time. And he's like, and you hear him like, at that time, it was like 94, 95. All we did was just file lawsuits and have to fight court cases after this and that. And you're like, holy shit. And you just see this interesting story intertwined. And they even would play things. And you'll see them, like, they'll play the news clip, and you'll see the person that they're talking to sit there. So, like, when Dr. Dre went to jail for 5 months for assaulting, what's her name? When he was in NWA, he assaulted, because he had a big drinking problem. And he, beat the shit out of a female journalist. And they played her interview, and you see him sitting there like uncomfortable, like just looking around, not for like a second or two, but for like 10 seconds, different angles, zooming in on him, and you see him like, I fucked up. I did too. I drank too much, and I was younger. I didn't know better. I messed up, and to see like second, third, formerly the richest hip hop mogul, and then to see like Jimmy Iovine and shit, and be like, yeah, like nobody knew like how close how close he was with Suge Knight, and he would invite Suge Knight over to his house and every Sunday to play football, and you'd see like the pictures of the people that are playing football at his house, JFK Jr., Suge Knight, all in the same fucking picture, Bono, Bruce Springsteen.
What the fuck?
wow.
That's awesome.
The best story though was that
He had no Wi-Fi though.
Yeah, definitely not. That he was working on Tom Petty's album, and Stevie Nicks wanted to do her first solo album, so they were secretly dating.
Yeah.
And he had to keep that secret from Tom Petty because him and Tom Petty were pretty close, and he knew that Tom Petty would get pissed and think that he wasn't giving him everything.
Wow.
So when Tom Petty would come over to his house to hang out in between sessions, Stevie Nicks had to fucking hide in the basement until he would leave.
Wow.
That's kind of fucking crazy to
fucking
think about
wild,
that shit.
bro. So
I don't know, but that's fucking awesome. Guys,
He
gotta check out Defiant
was
Ones.
busy fucking Fleetwood Mackin.
and it's fucking, and it's like, so they tell the story of the East Coast, of him on the East Coast working, and then tell Dr. Dre's side, and we have fucking all these guys, fucking the DOC, Snoop Dogg. You'd have Nas fucking come talking about,
Well, bro, they show Eminem freestyling and then discovering his old tape.
They have all that shit,
Yeah.
all these old videos of like fucking seeing the first time Eazy-E starts doing Boys in the Hood. Like they must have recorded
from the Straight Outta Compton movie, but for real.
Yeah, they fucking had all these things of him. Like I remember, Jimmy, if you think, yeah, I remember this guy. He was pretty cool. He seemed pretty cool. We started hanging out in between sessions. I asked him what his name was, and he finally told me it was Bruce. And then the next thing you know, it cuts to Bruce Springsteen. He's like, yeah, I remember Jimmy. He was just a little kid that was, little dweeb that was hanging around the studio, sweeping the floors and shit. And it's funny to see that, this fucking guy with the best ear that we fucking, one of the best ears we ever heard. And then it jumps, it jumps all over the place. And it's told in 4 parts, and you guys got to check it out.
True.
Fucking Gwen Stefani and shit. Fucking everybody.
Yeah, it hits every genre, man.
Yeah.
I saw bits of it online, and it is really dope.
And if you ever listen to Eminem, fucking Paul Rosenberg there.
Yeah, the real guy. Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah.
And so I told him, is that fucking voice? Oh, God.
No, it's that skit, but for real.
But for real.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That shows how big music is. I mean, and we've talked about it before, and like what an influence it has on all of us, and such an impact. And that's why I brought up the high school thing, and like to see Dave get like so passionate about 2001. So Tony, you're as being the wise music veteran.
When you were in high school, what albums were new?
When Jesus Christ was riding dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but really, when did you graduate, bro? 90.
I graduated in '94.
Okay.
Okay, not that bad.
Yeah, so like when, so I was in high school basically in the grunge time. Yeah, like when
Soundgarden.
when things was.
He's laughing. He was laughing. He's like, you want to look at, I'm sorry. We made eye contact, and I'm assuming you're like, holy fuck, how old is Tony? I saw that.
No, basically, when music was fucking really good.
Yeah, when
The
it
revolution
changed
started.
from the hair bands to grunge music.
So when you started out, it was 89, 90 or 90, 91?
I have to do math now. Hang on.
Oh, whatever. But it
Holy
was
shit,
still...
because I was in kindergarten, 89, 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like 91, 92.
Okay.
Was in, like high school.
Okay.
Oh, it's 2.
Yeah, so like fucking Nirvana, Nevermind had just come
that
out,
was
and Pearl
92.
Jam 10, all those fucking
classics. Yeah.
those records that like went huge and
Like, what was the big one for you?
Before you say that, I just want to quickly get to our next beer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
okay.
I'll talk about it.
Keep them in suspense.
Yep. All right. Keeping them.
Dun, dun, dun.
Keep them hanging. All right. So, speaking of music, this is from Heavy Seas. That's featured a couple times.
Hailstorm.
It's not
Anyway, so Heavy Seas Brewing, we've had them a couple times. This is their 2017 version of their bourbon barrel aged porter brewed with coffee. It's called Blackbeard's Breakfast.
Say that 5 times.
Blackbeard's Breakfast. Blackbeard's Breakfast. I'll stop
All right.
right there.
That's, okay.
Anyway, so this is a partner with a local coffee shop there, Chesapeake Bay Roasting Company. And this is the typical bourbon barrels. We've had a couple other of Heavy Seas beers on here, which were also bourbon barrel, like Below Decks. So what do you guys think compared to some of their other ones?
Its aroma is spicy as hell.
Yeah,
Wait.
coffee's very prominent.
Yeah, the coffee, like the aftertaste of coffee, like you can get.
You get that bitterness of just straight up fucking coffee bean. And it tastes
Yeah,
like
the aroma is really coffee too.
It has that iced coffee
Yes.
with no sugar, no
But you
milk.
guys don't you don't smell the pepper?
It's like an iced black coffee to me, dude.
Yeah, I don't get the barrel much in this one.
I mean, it smells just like black coffee that's cold.
I get a little bit of the barrel in the beginning, then I get the coffee, and then I get like a finish of chocolate,
I can taste the
like mocha.
what's the ABV of this again?
Huh?
The ABV
This one
Alcohol
is
by volume?
10%.
hides it fairly well, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't taste 10%. It tastes.
Say that to Mike.
It doesn't taste 10%. It tastes very low. Tastes like I don't know, between like 6 and 8, like a fucking just iced coffee. that you would get at like a Starbucks or something. One
But
those
lots
cold
of flavor,
brews.
though. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes
It's really good.
'cause-
Robust.
Yeah,
That's the word.
someone
is
was
robust,
yeah,
yeah.
someone was telling me that like when we're describing the beers, he's not a big beer drinker. He was like, oh, when it's like, oh, it hides it well or whatever. It comes off sometimes to some casual folks that it means that it's weak. That is definitely not what we're saying. We're just saying
No. All these beers will put you on your ass.
We are very casual guys.
Yeah. So
Very.
No, like it's still full of flavor. It just it doesn't taste very boozy. Is what we're going with when we're saying that.
That's a nice way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, and even in the name, Blackbeard's breakfast, so they want it to be a breakfast beer. Hence the
Like having a cup of coffee.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
like a
I
breakfast stout.
definitely
right?
could have a cup of coffee with.
And that brings us back to Tony's band from high school.
Yeah, your favorite one.
Wait, hold on. After that, I want to ask Sonia.
Well, let's ask Sonia now. So.
What is your favorite band in high school?
And your favorite album too.
My favorite album in high school.
Jose's wife is on the mic.
Hot mic.
I'm gonna have to probably say George Michael.
Okay.
Is it George Michael?
No, you gotta have the mic a
Hold
little
the mic like
closer.
this.
Oh, sorry, George Michael.
All right,
That would be
What
George
was the
Michael.
what was the album? Which one?
Was it Freedom? I'm guessing.
So this was like after
Yes,
Wham and
after
all
Wham,
that.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, my first concert was George Michael at Joe Robbie Stadium.
Really, he played the stadium. Wow.
Yes, he did.
Joe Robbie.
Yes, that was the
Joe
first.
Robbie forever.
Wow.
Yep. And then I saw Billy Joel
That's
the
awesome.
next year at AAA.
That's-
No, not AAA. At
Miami Arena.
Arena.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
R.I.P. Miami Arena. Let's pour one out for them.
Miami Arena was dope.
Yeah.
I remember
it was
seeing
crap.
WCW there when I was in like '97.
Monday Nitro.
Yep.
Yeah,
Home
Went
of-
with Tony to a
Home
bunch
of
those.
Canes basketball.
Yeah.
Actually,
they did play at Miami.
I actually
right?
did see a Canes game there against Villanova.
People forget Panthers played there
Panthers
too.
played at Miami Arena.
When the current FSU
Yeah.
coach used to.
I saw a match there of the Panthers and
Where did they win the cup
Avalanche.
there or at
No, they never won.
BB&T?
No,
They never
They
won.
went to the
They
finals.
went to the cup in '97, right?
No, it was 94.
94,
Yeah, I was gonna say
yeah.
94,
It was right after the
95.
Marlins won the World Series.
Right, Marlins won '93 and '97, right?
Against the Colorado Avalanche.
They lost to the Avalanche.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I went to the first one of
The
the
last
matches.
game went.
That's right. That's
overtimes.
right. That's right. Now I remember,
And we
man.
lost.
And
I
I-
remember playing Wayne Gretzky hockey on N64 against my buddy Rusty around that time.
Nice.
Oh, that was an awesome game.
That was a good one.
So, Tony-
you could put in
Yeah.
a cheat code to go immediately to fighting. But anyway, Tony, go ahead. Answer the question from
All
20
right,
minutes ago.
So probably the main album.
What about Dan?
for me in high
What about-
school?
I'm just kidding.
were Rage Against the Machine, self-titled.
Nice.
Tool, Undertow. Primus, Sailing the Seas of Cheese. Those three were probably like the stuff from that time that I really listened to.
and
I was
he had the poster in his room back in the day from all three of those albums.
You know what?
I was also really into Jethro Tull and Rush.
So you could say
Like,
that
as
you
opposed
like
to now? I mean, come
so
on now.
kids. So you could say you like Primus. Would you like Nine Inch Nails?
Oh,
Through each one of your eyelids?
Of course, yes.
Want to try acid?
But in my room, I had
My life is-
posters of White Zombie.
Yes, you did.
I had a poster of Foo Fighters, actually.
Oh, nice.
But from the first
first
lineup,
album.
when they had Pat Smear, or the band originally.
Like the
And
first album or
from
Color and the Shape?
well, the first album was just Dave, but it was when Color and the Shape came out.
Okay.
So I had Foo Fighters, I had White Zombie, and I had a Beavis and Butthead poster. That it was like them making fun of the Tommy Hilfiger ads.
Yes.
Tommy
It
Pull
was
My
Tommy
Finger.
Pull My Finger.
Yes, you did.
I had that one, and I had an old poster of Lita from WWF. But no, in my high school years, my shit was all Metallica, and
You also had.
I fucked with the Chronic 2001. I fucked with old school Seven Dust quite a bit.
But you also were on a lot of street teams,
I did do a bit of promotion.
and you had a lot of those posters up too.
I did, but I don't remember who.
Tattoo.
I did promote for Tattoo. That's right.
That's awesome.
I did promote for Tattoo. They sent me a box of like 15 copies of their album.
Which I have one.
And it was
you like electronic?
The ones that are that thing she said, that thing she said, running through my head. It was like the Russian lesbians from like.
He gave me the video.
Amazing.
Tattoo, yeah,
the music video where they like kiss for a second.
Yeah.
We're like yes,
yeah. And I mean, back in those days, I was really into Korn and Limp Bizkit and stuff. But yeah, I fucked with the Streetwise Street Team website and did Tattoo, did like Finger 11 and shit like that. But then I guess I could parlay this into that story where we went to this fair by my old house promoted by one of the elementary schools near there, which I'm not going to name. And we were young and adolescent idiots.
Well, we were all young and stupid and listened to Insane Clown Posse too. So
I didn't really mess with ICP, but anyways, I went in there and it was just like a community event, and I decided to hijack the DJ booth for their entire like little neighborhood fair, and it was a lot of fun. But that's all I'm going to say about that.
As for the ICP thing, I will say I prefer Eminem. He dissed him pretty bad, but I do like Faygo. And if you guys haven't had Faygo, because it's pretty fucking hard to find here in Florida, Faygo is fucking awesome.
Fucking magnets. How do they work?
And real quick, I just want to run through the.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Let me just run through real quick the ones from my high school. It was Pennywise, Full Circle, Pantera, Far Beyond Driven, and what was the other one? I'm trying to narrow it down because I can name a fucking bazillion albums. I'll probably go with Tool.
Backstreet Boys.
No, Tool.
no,
Put down Backstreet Boys. The answer is Backstreet Boys.
98 degrees, man.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I'll say Tool. Anima.
Yeah, it's a great album.
That would probably be my top three, and Nothing Face was way up on that list too.
You would put them that high?
Dude, I worship Nothing Face. Like that was.
For me, it was either Metallica, Disturbed, or just MIDI from like Nintendo games.
Well, talk about the Mime Arena. Metallica was my first ever metal show, and it was at the Mime Arena.
The one with Corrosion of Conformity.
With Pac.
Yeah, I was there.
I was gonna say Dr. Dre was the 2001 was that album, but then everything that they were producing at that time that he was producing, so Eminem, D12, all that shit got into that fucking the production level on that was just fucking perfect, and it would show that whatever first album or single that Dr. Dre would produce for you would become a fucking hit. And look what he and when you start saying some of the names. 50 Cent produced that first album. D12, fucking Exhibit, Tupac.
Did he produce some shit for Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah. JJ Fad. Fucking everyone knows Supersonic.
Yeah.
Dr. Day produced that?
He did.
Wow.
Most certainly.
Really?
He stopped. You know who brought them in? JJ Fad was fucking Eazy-E. He said stop producing NWA before they put out their first album, and he said do an album for them. And so he did Supersonic.
No way. Wow.
Like that's the kind of fucking thing when
Did
you're
he
like
produce Dells also?
maybe I don't. He has such like a fucking slugging percentage. But then the other thing is
I did Warren G.
Yeah,
yeah.
Of course he did.
Yeah,
he did DOC.
Exactly.
He fucking Nas. He did Nas in fucking The Firm, and that's where he raps about it in 2001.
That album flopped, didn't it?
No, that's what some people said. But it's the Phone Tap is one of the most sampled, most freestyle beats that people do freestyles. And then you take that off, and when I left the performing arts high school and I stopped with all the production and shit, then I got into I started playing football. So I started getting to the down south rap, hip hop, / rock. No, like
talking about Master P.
He was in there. Some of that shit. Yeah, some No Limit. Huh? No, like Archie Eversoul, Trick.
Yeah, okay, down south.
Yeah,
Right.
Even to the point that I'm
where
telling
them
you
gangsters live.
that my fucking mother that she knows the lyrics to shut up. She knows the song comes on and she goes, "Oh, yeah, I love Trick Daddy."
Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
I love that music.
And she'll
video
even go,
filmed at the
what's up?
Orange
Yeah,
Bowl
shut up.
with
But he
Trainy.
does love the kids.
Trick does love the kids. And I will say, Trick is awesome, and he was a fucking awesome man.
Trick's the coolest dude.
Oh my
ever.
god! Just to give a different one for me, high school fucking Snoop Dogg Doggy Style. Oh my god.
That was like 93.
Wow.
no, but I didn't really hear it until like I was high school. So
Yippee-yo, yippee-yay. So that brings us to our final beer of the night. Dan, why don't you pour yourself a glass?
Let's do this. I'm pouring myself something that this dude brought.
Go ahead.
Describe it.
Go ahead and tell us about it.
it's Tony actually that brought
Yep. So I brought this one in honor of Linkin Park. I brought Lincoln's Beard Brewing, Tuxedo Ghost Child. Which is
no! Wait. Oh, that
Was it really an honor?
I don't know. I tried to make a connection there.
Yeah.
Because they both have Lincoln. Do you see that?
Ghost Child.
Anyway.
Oh.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, me too.
So.
Hey, whatever, dude. Don't worry about it. In the end, it doesn't even matter.
Thank you.
It's just crawling in my skin.
I'm just numb by all this.
I'm giving up.
Okay,
Stop it.
Come on.
Stop. Stop.
So the
Don't make
name
fun of it. It's not
Tuxedo Ghost Child. It's in reference to basically a couple of bartenders at the brewery, like, you know, after a long shift one evening, like they swore they saw a small child dressed in a tuxedo scratching at the condensation in the window of the brewery, and then the child vanished. So they named this beer after the Tuxedo Ghost Child. Ooh.
It's made with real ghosts.
So it's basically Lincoln's Beard's Witch King Imperial Stout, but aged both in barrels and in the bottle for a smooth drinking experience. The barrels are Corsair Oat Rage whiskey barrels.
Ooh.
It's pretty fucking tasty.
It is pretty smooth.
And don't forget, listeners, you can go back to previous episodes and look for our episode live from Lincoln's Beard.
At the brewery series.
Yep.
Cheap plug.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Please, can I have some?
Do you still have more bottles, by the way?
I didn't even know they were bottling.
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
I'd never heard anything like on social media.
Oh yeah, so these are this bottle I got from being one of their supporters in their Rail Splitter Society, which was when
Rail Snorter Society? What?
Rail Splitter.
I usually split rails with my buddies.
I split rails with Trainy McTrainface.
Exactly. That's what I meant.
Hugo, if you're listening still, please take a picture of this. You're already over there. We had you on the show. You're a friend of the show.
He's
writing on
He's an honored
Trainy
beer bro.
Come on, man. That'd be real sweet.
He was on the
probably
2-year
on-
anniversary.
He's probably writing Trainy McTrainface as we speak. So
That would-
right in that face.
That would be the Swedish thing you could do.
Is Volbeat on the show?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
So let me ask you guys, what burns your bacon?
wait, hold on. What about my new story?
Oh, that's right.
What birds are bacon is Jose's story.
So what? Oh, damn!
Damn, shots fired. Tell us about
Go
Microsoft
ahead,
this
dude, go
week.
ahead. No, but it was actually going to be about E3, right?
Yeah, on E3. So during E3, there was a Twitch person like the.
Is it really about E3?
Yeah, it's about E3. So
Really?
So if you didn't listen to the last episode, I had actually prepared this
shit,
for
that's
the last
hysterical.
episode.
I thought I was going
On
to talk about
E3.
the
It was supposed to be a
box.
fake thing, though.
It is a fake thing, but it's real. On E3,
makes no sense.
IGN actually tweeted out if they seen this person because they thought this person was actually missing for like 24 hours, LauraLania, which
She was
is
just partying.
yeah, she was just partying around. But like,
I did see that.
like I retweeted it and I liked it. Like
It was
just
like
to
if
like
you saw
help
this
out.
chick, whatever, but she was just out.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
just out.
Her
so
phone was dead.
Well, apparently it's that her like boyfriend naturally freaked out, and she's like, oh, she just like went out to like with her friends or whatever. So apparently, like hours later, I was like, oh my god! Like when I see this post, I was on IG because it was through the IGN official channel.
Yeah,
It's like,
it
have
was
you-
out there. Yeah,
Yeah, it was out there. I was like, oh, have you seen this like girl or whatever? Like, is she safe or not? And like apparently, like hours later, like at night, like she's like, I'm fine, guys. Like, there's nothing to worry about. My boyfriend's fucking freaking out for no fucking reason. I was just
5
playing.
million retweets.
Yeah, I was.
You know
just,
what I love?
I was just out playing poker.
Yeah, they
He
were.
was out there poking her.
Yeah, they were poking.
Ew.
Oh, yeah, and of course the whole fucking thread was just like, oh, no, like, and it just, like, turned to shitstorm.
No, but you know that's probably what was happening.
Yeah, well, I don't know. But, like
I
a
do.
whole shitstorm just, like, happened out of no reason. Practically, like, well, yes, well, there's some reason, because,
It should have charged her phone.
she should have charged her phone.
No, but when you're at a convention, it's a pain in the ass. My phone died a bunch of times at Star Wars.
Because you have a shitty phone.
But you could tell when it's dying, and you could text somebody to be like, don't worry, my phone's dying. Don't freak out.
Unless you're just trying to get it in.
Which is what was happening here.
Dan knows all about it.
Well, I mean,
Most fucking definitely.
dude, even if you are, it's fucking text, that your phone's dying. Like, cover your fucking bases.
Don't worry, Carmen, I'm joking.
So, like, let's say
It's too late now.
you go to a convention, right, with the net, and then the net doesn't show up, like, until, like, 3 o'clock in the morning. And she's just like,
longer than
oh,
that.
I was just playing poker.
It was like 24 hours.
If that happened, then that means she's fucking dead. 'Cause
Metaphorically, right? Air quotes. He used air quotes.
Sonia,
I
you're
just-
not even the show. He used air quotes.
I just
chose your words.
Yeah, I just realized how that sounded. I meant that, like, if she just
Dude.
Finish him. He's like, fuck. You are dead. Fatality.
Wasted.
Splat. Tony's like, shut the fuck up, guys.
Well done. Flawless.
I know what
Your face is almost the same color as your wind guard.
Victory.
what I'm trying to say is that, like, she wouldn't be cheating on me, that she actually something would be wrong because she's not.
I got
Because you did something about it, or because somebody else did? Because I had taken what you said is that you would have killed her.
No,
She'd
I
be
would
dead because.
No, I would never do that. That's what I realized.
Why are you winking?
Shut up.
Good topic, Jose.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, great topic.
My real topic is that
He's gonna talk about the Atari box.
When we did a fake story, we got like 2 sentences into it.
for my real topic, that's going to be 2 sentences and everybody's going to ignore anyways. It's the OnePlus 5. There's a bug on the cell phone that if you dial 911, it will actually restart the phone.
What?
Come on, man.
What is this OnePlus 5? And
It's the phone brand is called OnePlus 5. And
I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But if you have a OnePlus 5 and you try to dial 911, you're pretty much fucked unless you get the new update. So please get the update.
Who the hell has a
What the fuck is
that
even
phone?
that thing?
It's not an Apple
It comes
phone,
with
so
your
it's an
Happy
Android.
Meal at McDonald's.
It's an Android phone, obviously, so...
I don't think anybody listening to us has that phone.
Because
And if you do, take a picture with your friend's phone and send it to us because we'd like to see what a OnePlus 5 phone is.
Yes.
I'm sure it looks
With nudes.
very much like the old 6.
I see what you did there.
And put nudes on it for
By the
Reyes.
transitive property of
There
mathematics.
you go.
Nudes for Reyes.
Or, addition.
Exactly.
So let me ask you guys, what burns your bacon? Jose.
What burns my bacon? Damn, I don't... Well, Tony.
Tony burns your bacon?
Oh, damn.
That's all right. I brought it on myself. What burns my bacon is Volbeat, which is this.
The Swedish Chef?
That
Yeah.
opened up from Metallica.
It's this terrible
They're not
band.
that bad.
I cannot stand them at all. Like, the singer's voice is so bad.
Oh, but we had such a great time outside at the tailgate.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, we didn't even watch them, so who cares?
Yeah, but just
apparently they had a wrestling ring, and everything inside,
I don't care.
yeah.
God damn. I was like, yeah, I apparently I don't care.
Yeah.
Not about what you're saying, but about them. but also a little bit about
Thanks for
what
the
you're saying.
clarification. Fuck.
Welcome to the Play Haters Ball.
Your mama got out of here with the dick holes in them.
And she was playing poker.
At Comic-Con. Actually, it is Comic-Con right now, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So
Lots of big news that will be breaking way late on Beer Bros BS.
So anyone who's at Comic-Con, make sure you text your friends or significant others where you are.
Don't worry, Eddie will be there and he won't tell anybody.
Fuck that. He'll be at fucking the
Stan
next
Lee's house.
He's gonna be at the next. He's gonna be in the next Marvel movie.
Fuck that guy.
Hashtag fuck you.
I think Dan was being sarcastic, guys.
I was being very sarcastic.
Well, I was saying what
Yeah.
he said
because
so.
very sarcastic. I don't really hate on the guy, but I kind of do.
Our fellow beer bro.
Yeah, no, but fuck that guy.
Our
That's
fellow.
what burns my bacon.
Shout out to Rock and Roll
What
Beer
burns
Guy.
my bacon is that guy made it bigger, faster than us.
Bigger
I'm just
and
kidding.
faster.
I'm just kidding. We love you, man. Congrats. But actually, no.
But actually, no, burn in hell.
You're actually smaller and you have a small penis.
It's like, cut me off, guys. God damn it.
I'm just
that would
kidding,
be
bro.
awesome
I'm just
if
kidding.
If it
Congrats.
was just like this table on a cameo for a Marvel movie.
Wait, we would be out getting shawarma.
Oh yeah,
This is true.
I like shawarma.
But no, I'm just kidding, dude. But not really.
Did you turn your mic off?
Yeah, just
I'm glad you turned your mic off for us, so I didn't have to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. I guess I'll say something about burning my bacon. Remakes with stuff that uses practical effects, but they're replacing with CG. So, an example, they're talking about the Gremlins movie that's coming. It's going to be all CG Gremlins. I strongly oppose to this. I feel that the puppets bring a great deal of character to the films. So, and that is all. I like practical effects for horror movies, and the rest can suck it. And that burns my bacon.
Why are they even remaking Gremlins?
Well, it's supposed to be a sequel. It's supposed to be
Oh.
Gremlins 3.
Okay, so Gremlins 3, but it's going to have CG Gremlins.
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yep.
Is Judge Reinhold in it?
One can only hope.
Well, this all like
Is Phoebe Cates?
This an after effect when they didn't want to pay enough for the writers, like movie writers, and they're just like, you know what? We could just make a whole bunch of remakes
Yeah, or just
forever.
copy and paste.
They need to get Spielberg.
Dude, whatever happened to Phoebe Cates? She was hot.
Her boobs got saggy.
Hey, that's still hot for some people.
Check Dan's phone for his history.
Don't check Dan's web history.
No, don't, please. You're going to find some really weird shit.
SaggyTits.com.
Nah, no,
it's all right, too.
SaggyAltRightTits.com.
Mostly golden showers.
So you're looking for that Trump tape, huh?
I like the Eastern European women.
Well,
No,
So,
well,
he's
so
got
does
the,
he.
He's got the Golden Girls parody. The Golden Shower Girls.
So let me ask you guys.
what burns my
is
bacon?
that on Wood Rocket?
What
Probably.
burns my bacon is I recently got an Echo, so I got the automated home thing just going on right now. I have one light bulb that can turn on and off automatically.
In your
But
whole
what burns
house.
my bacon is
Alexa.
what
Okay.
burns my bacon is the fucking misinformation about all. Yeah, okay, good for you. What burns my bacon is the misinformation about all these equipment. Like, I just wanted to get a light bulb that can turn on and off. I had to go through the internet and finally find the one light bulb that I don't need a fucking hub for.
You could just
What-
buy one with a remote, though, no?
Okay, yeah.
If
But-
you buy all the same brand, can you just use one remote?
But you probably need a
And sometimes you could
equipment
even
for
use-
that. And guess what?
No,
the
no.
light bulb, when you go at
No,
Lowe's,
you just use an app.
No, when you go at Lowe's and you buy the light bulb, they're like, oh, wait, we're sorry. You need to buy this, but that's not included. I'm like, that fucking burns my bacon when they don't include shit that you need to use.
We're going to talk after. I'm going to show you some light bulbs that you can just use an app for. You're good.
No,
You
I
can
can
change the
use my
colors.
app for this
And
one.
you can change the colors of the bulb and play music through them.
The Philips one?
I don't know. We'll talk about it off here.
All right. Okay, cool. But I recently bought another set of bulbs that you had to buy a hub for it. Okay, so I was like, oh, fuck, I have to buy a hub for it. I go buy the hub, and the hub was already registered to somebody else because they opened it and they returned that piece of shit. So that burns my bacon.
You can't unregister it?
I had to email them, and I was like, you know what, fuck this, and I just sent it back to Home Depot.
Wow.
So, what was your favorite beer of the night, guys?
The Wee Heavy.
Really?
No, I'm just
Really?
kidding. The DKML.
Mine too.
Dude, it's a tough one, man. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Digital Dissolution. The egg fruit, man. That was
Because
really,
you didn't
really
bring
good.
that one?
No, but not even because we had it so fucking long ago. You don't remember what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Take another sip of it. It's been a while.
No,
It's
I'm
really
alright.
good.
I'm alright.
Do you like egg custard in your face? No, I'm also gonna select the one.
The-
Dave.
The Dickamol.
the Dick Mall.
Nah, man. That was not my favorite. That was like my number 3.
I
You
think
don't
I
fucking know malt liquor.
I think I liked Tuxedo Ghost Child the best.
I would go Tuxedo Ghost Child, Digital Dissolution, DKML, and then the damn good Wee Heavy at the bottom.
What about the other beer that's not in here right now?
Yeah, I was gonna say we're missing a bottle actually.
the breakfast.
Somebody's
beer.
somebody's wife
Breakfast.
took the bottle.
The coffee one.
That was actually really good.
Oh, yeah.
That would probably be my number 2.
Yeah, that was my number 2.
I'd go Tuxedo Ghost, Coffee, DKML,
No, hands down DKML.
Digital. Damn good.
Okay, remember, as always, follow us on
Anyways,
Facebook.
Nobody cares.
Facebook.com/BeerBrosBS, Twitter, and Instagram @BeerBrosBS. Remember, follow us on Untapped so you can find out what we rank all of these beers. Email us your questions, ideas, concerns, insults, nudes, jokes, concerns, questions. BeerBrosBS@gmail.com.
You said concerns twice. Never mind. You said concerns twice.
Oh, okay.
It's very concerning.
Remember, you can
You should
find
have said nudes twice.
Nudes for
true.
Reyes.
Send
Nudes.
twice as many nudes.
Twice
Nudes are
nudes.
accepted. We won't.
can find everything on our website.
We will never report you.
beerbrosbs.com. Remember, as always, subscribe, follow, review the show on SoundCloud, iTunes.
Podcast addict.
Xbox, any app.
Windows 10.
Microsoft
Yeah,
podcast app,
podcast.
and Kodi-enabled devices. As always, I'm Dave, the Big Librarian.
I'm Tony, the craft beer gooner.
This is dead. Fuck. I need to quit smoking.
I'm glad she doesn't listen to JJ, the metal chef.
You should quit smoking. Jose.
Good night. Cheers.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Don't break the glass, please.
Beer Bros.
Beer bro.